Today, I'd like to teach you the art of the deal. Our story takes us to Asgard, home of the gods. A long, long time ago, the gods had just moved into the neighborhood and quickly got on bad terms with their neighbors, the giants and trolls. Following multiple noise complaints and keggers, Asgard was in need of some privacy. It was then that a smith arrived looking for work from the land of the giants. He promised to build them a wall that could prevent all illegal immigration. "Fantastic," said the gods, "but how much is it going to cost us?" "I want to marry Freya, and I want the sun and the moon." This was a problem for the gods. Without the sun and the moon, everything would be dark. And without Freya, who could they simp for? "No problem," said Loki. "We'll give him a deadline, and tell him no one can help him but his horse." Brilliant. Luckily for the gods, this was in a time before there were worker rights, and in Asgard, there is no tort law. They told the smith that he had to finish his work by the following summer, or he would receive no compensation. The smith began immediately. He set out, and every night would work with his horse to find and drag back enormous stones, and every day he would arrange them carefully into an enormous wall. To the god's surprise, the horse was even mightier than the man, and indeed it was able to carry stones twice as large as the smith was. The gods became nervous as they saw how quickly the smith was making progress on the wall, and as summer grew near, they saw that the smith was going to meet his deadline. The gods became furious with Loki and said, "You got us into this mess, and you are going to find us a way out of it." Loki, little more than a Rube Goldberg machine of bestiality, came up with a plan. That night, as the smith went out with his horse to collect the last few stones needed for the gate of the wall, Loki appeared before them as a beautiful horse. Seductively, Loki lured the horse to cast off its harness and gallop away into the woods after him. That night, Loki and the smith's horse would have unprotected relations, which would lead to Loki becoming pregnant. He would later give birth to a horse with 8 legs named Sleipnir, who was faster than any other horse on account of having more legs. The smith attempted to pursue his horse off into the woods, but was unable to catch him on account of his many legs, and therefore was unable to complete his work. It didn't take the smith long to realize that he'd been had by the gods, and he flew into a great fury. Just then Thor returned to Asgard, having backpacked throughout the winter, and saw what appeared to be an angry giant outside the new walls, and he showed no hesitation in striking him down. And just like that, the gods managed to have their wall built, and they made the giants pay for it.